Hello, y'all. This is Dixie Jane, Comic Relief. Y'all that know me know that I like to try not to take things too seriously. This coronavirus is very serious. Don't get me wrong. But I want to talk about a component of it that to me is silly. Hoarding of toilet paper. I guess that means that we now need a lesson on how to use the toilet paper correctly. Now this is little Doo-Doo, my little toilet paper friend. He has different needs than my little Pee-Pee. Now this is Pee-Pee. She'd say hello if she could, but she can't. So, I'm going to give you a lesson in where toilet paper came from and really how to use it. Because apparently people are using too much. Now, did you know that in 1857, a New York entrepreneur named Joe Gaiety, he invented toilet paper. It was mass-produced for $12 for a sheet of 500. A roll of sheet of 500. Do you know how much that would be in today's world? Now, before toilet paper, we had other things. And these are things that you can use today if you run out of your toilet paper. They were a little painful, but they did the trick. And most of this was done before indoor plumbing. Remember, we had indoor plumbing around 1920. Then things changed with toilet paper. People used to use wood shavings to wipe their heinies, hay, rocks, corn cobs, and magazines. Now, I'll tell you, when I was a kid and we ran out of toilet paper, my mother would hand me 2 sheets from the Sears catalog. And what we did was we took the sheets and we rubbed them together like this. Now, if you rub them enough, they will actually get soft. And then you could use them for toilet paper. But then you need to put them in the trash can and not the toilet. Boy, it looks like I got me some toilet paper in this dress, but I don't. Now, the only problem, she'd give us the Sears catalog and 2 pages out of that. If you were having any sexual activity and you were doing doggy style, you had to be careful because the print could come off on your hiney and it might say, buy one, get one free. That would be funny, but very, how do I put it, shocking to see. Now, the other thing that they used before indoor plumbing was the Farmer's Almanac. In fact, it had a hole in the corner to hang up on a nail in the outhouse. I bet y'all didn't know that. Also, in spite of using rocks and corn cobs and magazines, ancient Romans used a sponge on a stick that sat in a bucket with salt water. And And it was to be used by the entire family. Yuck. I guess you would just swoosh it around in there till it got clean and then shake it and the next person would use it. Boy, am I glad we're not in those times. Also, they would use leaves. Now, I'm sure some of you is taking a dump in the woods, so you already know about the leaves. They would use rags, which we have today. You could take a washcloth and use it yourself. Wash it out real good and just keep it in your room just for your needs, and everybody could have their own washcloth. If we, in fact, run out of toilet paper. They also used moss for their general needs. Boy, Moss Point's not going to be short on their toilet paper, are they? This kind of thing was less painful than the rocks and the corn cobs and the wood shavings. Ooh, I can't imagine. Wealthy people use wool, lace, and other fabrics to take care of their, what can I call it? Number 2 needs. By the way, you know those socks that you lost in the dryer and you only have one of now? You can use them to wipe yourself if you need to. How about that? Who knew? The actual original idea for toilet paper, y'all won't believe this, but I looked it up, came from China. They used to use a 3 by 4 foot piece of paper and break it up. Toilet paper started being used more in 1920 when indoor plumbing came along. And it's still being used today. But that doesn't mean you can't use the other stuff they used years ago if you really need toilet paper. Also, I wouldn't panic over this because there are other things we can use besides toilet paper. So I wanted to give you a little lesson on the history. Now I'm going to tell you how my mama told me to use toilet paper. She said, let me show you my little pee-pee girl here. And you can hide your own toilet paper. I used little doggy outfits that don't fit my dog anymore and just put it over it. Nobody would ever find it. But my mama would tell me, take about 6 or 8 sheets of toilet paper. And you know, women have different needs than men. That's why I got little doo-doo here. My little man paper. Take it and fold it up and wipe your coochie. Now, if you have to wipe your hiney, you can always just fold it over and take care of your booty needs, let me say. A man now, he doesn't need toilet paper, most of the men I know, for his pee-pee needs. He just needs to shake it. Shake that thing. Make sure the seat's up so that it doesn't get on the seat for your wife or your sister or whoever. So the only thing he needs toilet paper for really is his booty. And he can take about 6 sheets 8 sheets, fold them over, do his thing, take care of his important. In fact, one of the articles said nethers. I never heard it being called nethers, but they did. And put it in the toilet. Now, why should someone need 20 or 30 rolls of toilet paper during this hard time when men only need half as much as us? So I think this was something that needed to be told. And now you know how to use toilet paper. Now, I had a husband that used to do this. My gosh. And then he would take care of his needs, his booty needs. But why in the world would you need so much? So, you may want to take another look at how you're taking care of your coochie, girls, and all your booty needs. And if we save toilet paper, that'll be good. And I know us Americans can do it. Now, my next video, I'm going to be talking about this. Yep. What the heck are we supposed to do with our hair needs, our nails? The salons are shut down. We can't go anywhere. But I'm going to try to do some things that may be helpful with my hair and those other things. And I'll get back to you. So thanks for tuning in. This is Dixie Jane, Comic Relief. I hope you got some laughs out of this. And keep yourself safe. Quarantine. Keep yourself 6 feet apart. And all that other stuff. Bye.